Hey, I'm Aspen.
And I'm Ubu.
And this is Movie Grits,
a movie podcast where we talk about everything except the movie we're watching.
And today, we're watching
Mac and Me.
Okay, on with the show!
All right, viewer. Let's watch Mac and Me.
Totally for the first time.
Never seen it before. Didn't even allude to the fact that we might have watched it in the previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
Never in a million trillion. Now I gotta look over this. We'll make it full screen. We'll make it quiet. Last night I was watching Flapjack, so I needed it maximum volume.
Of course, as loud as humanly possible.
Yeah. So that I couldn't hear myself aggressively singing the theme song along with them.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you know the Flapjack theme song?
No.
Okay, sing it.
Flapjack! I love flapjacks! Pancakes!
There was nothing to do with pancakes. There's a part where he says his name.
It's always close.
Yeah, and then you said I love flapjacks. No. That show's great for a number of reasons, but one of the main characters is voiced by the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and he sounds the exact same.
One trick pony.
Yeah, well, can't fault him for that. It's a good trick. That would be like getting mad at Gilbert Gottfried. And do you really want to disrespect the dead like that?
No, I don't think I do.
Yeah, this is the start of a silly horror movie. A horror movie where little meatball people drink the soda.
The soda out of the surface of Mars.
Yeah. That's why Mars is uninhabitable, because of these idiots.
Well,
all right.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want to introduce the mission of today's episode?
Okay, yeah, absolutely I do, because I don't want to look at these things.
Mm-hmm.
The mission is I need to sell some games so that I can get some games. You gotta spend money to make money. You know what they say.
Yep.
I said that backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to spend some video game money so that I can make some video game money. Specifically, GameCube video game money. All you GameCube heads out there, you know what I'm talking about. You know, spend $800 million for 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a stack of DS games, a stack of 3DS games, and a stack of Wii games in front of me. And I'm going to decide what here is expendable and what here is just too much of like an Ubu childhood gem that I can't make that compromise, you know. And Aspen's here too. I don't know. Maybe she'll have a thought. Maybe she'll be like, "Oh, sell that," and I'll be like, "That's my favorite one."
And then you'll have to sell it because I told you to.
Yeah, I'll cry. Mm-hmm. My great-grandmother bought me this game before she died, and you want me to sell it.
Exactly.
But yeah, a deal's a deal. Let's get rid of it. Now, I do have some little cartridges that are loose. They don't have boxes. I don't know why. But one of these actually, yeah, this one is just I took it out of the box, never put it back. Oh, so is this one, and that's probably a game I ain't going to sell. All right. Aspen.
That's me.
What do you think of Fossil Fighters?
Fossil Fighters. Well, if I would have to guess, I'm guessing it's a game where you are fighting with other people to steal fossils.
Kind of, yeah. It's like Pokemon, but with dinosaurs specifically.
I see.
You like find fossils and then you like bring the fossils back to life, and then you're like, all right, as thanks for bringing you back to life, you're mine now.
You will fight for me.
Yeah, go fight the pterodactyl. I didn't play it much, but spoilers, I'm probably gonna sell it. I actually have 2 copies of it, one in the box and one out.
Ooh.
And I had every intention of, that's not even like a fancy thing like I tried to do, like, you know, one to take out of the box and one to keep in it, you know. I bought the cartridge by itself from a GameStop, and then later at like a used game store, I found it in the box for incredibly cheap, and was like, whatever,
Yeah.
I'll get it. But yeah, I never really got attached to Fossil Fighters. It's fine, nothing wrong with it. I just don't want it. I got it for $4.
Yeah, how much do other people want it? Because if other people don't want it, I just sell it, because obviously it's not going to be worth super amounts, you know?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Fossil Fighters is just really sought after, but I don't know. I'm not in the market for it because I have 2 copies.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't care about it, sell it.
No, I don't. I'm kind of out of my I need to accumulate every Nintendo game I can possibly find phase. Now I'm more like, let's do that, but specifically for the GameCube. So Fossil Fighters goes in the see ya, wouldn't want to be a pile.
Yeah.
And then the other game that I have out of the box is Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS, which I'm pretty sure I also have that in the box. Nope, this is just one that I didn't put back in. I knew that my little brother had a copy of it, and I didn't know if he just like lost the case or something. Well, we can go ahead and talk about it. What do you think, Super Mario 3D Land, yay or nay?
It sounds like a forgotten Super Mario game.
In some ways, it kind of is. It was a game that came out for the 3DS before the 3DS got big.
I see.
If you've heard of Super Mario 3D World for the Switch,
no.
Okay, well, there's a game called Super Mario 3D World, and that game has it's not a prequel, but you know the game before it, and that game is Super Mario 3D Land. But there's no multiplayer, and it's a much smaller game because it's on a handheld as opposed to a home console.
Yeah.
So, I think I don't. It's a fun game, but I don't have much attachment to it. I don't like collect Mario. They're just some Mario games I keep because they're good, but sometimes I sell them because I don't care. So, I'll put that in the wouldn't want to be a pile or whatever. I need to put Mario and Luigi in the case too. Don't. This is NASA. They be talking about they're talking nasty.
They're talking nasty to each other.
Man, these people talking nasty.
There's only one part in this movie that we really care about, but
yeah, I'm not going to address the movie until that specific part, which we spoiled in the last episode of Movie Grips.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoilers. Unless you didn't watch the last episode, in which case, never mind.
Never mind.
All right, here's one you've heard of, and I know you've heard of it. Wii Sports.
Wii Sports.
Good old
I feel like that's a classic. You have to keep Wii Sports.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
It changed the world, I would say.
And at this point Ubu accidentally unplugged his mic, causing his recording to stop. We weren't about to try and record this episode the 3rd time, so if you want to stay synced to the movie, please skip forward to about the 29-minute mark. Otherwise you will be about 20 minutes out of sync. Sorry. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, I have bad news.
Oh no. What happened?
I think when that thing unplugged at the 9-minute mark, that it stopped my recording.
No, the curse!
What do you want to do?
Oh no! Okay, well. How about...
Okay.
It's the curse.
Well, I guess we can specify for the audience, because I know they're very engaged with this game stacking. I can go ahead and let them know where we're sitting right now. So, just letting y'all know, the recording stopped and got silly minutes ago. And yeah, there's a bit of a curse. There's also the fact that I can't really see my tablet because of all these games on my desk. But So the you snooze, you lose category or whatever. We've got Fossil Fighters a second time. I don't care if the movie's buffering. Super Mario 3D Land, Brain Age, Pokemon Y, and specifically because I have a copy of it on the Switch, Super Mario You Are Mr. Gay. And in the normal, cool, keep it around category, we've got Wii Sports Resort, Tingle's Balloon Fight, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, Kirby Mass Attack, and Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop.
Yeah.
And we just put WarioWare Smooth Moves in that category because I agree wholeheartedly. Anything with Wario in the name, I'm going to keep because Wario is epic.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Speaking of which, let's go for the DS equivalent, WarioWare Gold.
Yes.
You're correct.
Based on what you said like a minute ago.
Yeah. Except this one. All that being said, I'm selling WarioWare Gold.
Yeah.
All right. How about? All right. Magical Star Sign for the DS.
Magical star sign for the DS.
Mm-hmm. And just because I specified the console doesn't mean it's on something else. It's just on the DS.
Yes. This sounds like an astrology game.
It is in the sense that, like, it's an RPG, like a JRPG, and different characters have, like, different elemental attributes based on stars or something. I don't know. I didn't get that far into it.
So, not keep then.
I think it's a neat thing to have, but I haven't played it in a while, so. And I also have a DS emulator on my PC, so I can get it for cheap, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Alrighty. How about Punch Out for Wii?
Punch Out for Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a standalone boxing game.
It is a boxing game. It's not standalone. Punch Out was actually a very popular Nintendo game back in this series. As far back as the arcade days, there was Punch Out and Super Punch Out, and it even got a spin-off called Arm Wrestling. And then for the NES, there was Mike Tyson's Punch Out, which eventually, once they dropped the Mike Tyson sponsorship, they called it Punch Out featuring Mr. Dream. And then for the Super Nintendo, there was Super Punch Out. And then on the Wii, they made a new one that they just call Punch Out. So it's actually a very long-lived series. But it is boxing, so you're right there.
Sounds lame.
I disagree.
Okay.
But I also don't like the box this is in. It's obviously not a Wii box. They just like printed out the insert art and put it in like a DVD case.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even like I own the game. Well, I mean, I own the game, but it's not even like that's a part of collecting, is you don't just want the game. You want like the box it's in, preferably the manual that came with it.
Yeah.
So it's like if I don't have the box, I don't have the game. So what are you even talking about? I have nothing to sell because I don't own it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right. So it goes in the wouldn't want to be a category.
Good.
Yeah, one day I'll buy it again, but I'll get it in like the actual box. Next, let's do Endless Ocean.
That sounds fun.
It's pretty cool. It seems like a game you'd be interested in.
Sounds romantic.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, maybe if you make a date night around, instead of like going out, it's just like, let's go back to my place and play the Wii.
Okay.
And y'all both just really like Endless Ocean. I guess it can become romantic, but just like, wow, look at that standard definition manta ray. That's beautiful.
Side note, here's the meme.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like they really strapped a boy to that chair.
And I like the PlayStation 2 game over graphics
I know.
whenever he falls in. It genuinely looked like Oddworld or something. Endless Ocean is fun. It didn't keep my attention for very long. Basically, the whole thing is swimming. You just kind of explore the ocean. And you swim around and you see the fish that are programmed into it. And that's it, you know. Kind of fun.
Sounds boring.
Okay, well, you changed your tune.
I did, yes.
Alright, well, wouldn't want to be ya. And hey, we can go ahead and get this out of the way. Endless Ocean has a sequel, and I am holding it.
What is it called? Endless Sky?
Endless Ocean Blue World.
Wow, more ocean exploring.
I guess it did well enough. I do want to say, Endless Ocean was relatively popular. Obviously, it wasn't like Wii Sports, but it was somewhat popular. But yeah, that'll go in the wouldn't want to be a category too.
Good.
I'll pull the price tag off so that they give me more than what I paid for it.
Good, smart.
Speaking of sequels that go in the wouldn't want to be a category, Brain Age 2.
No.
Okay. It says more training in minutes a day. And I also haven't sent you a picture of the mascot.
Oh no. I don't need a game to train me, let alone 2 games.
Oh yeah? You haven't even seen the mascot.
This might change my mind.
It might. You might be like, this game is a classic. This is, speaking of classics, this guy I'm about to send you, classic Nintendo character.
Let's have a look. Whoa, hold up. The window for the movies too. Oh. It's just a normal dude.
But he's polygonal.
He is. He's a Japanese polygon man.
Mm-hmm. That's the mascot. Is literally just a Japanese, like, mathematician scientist. But he's low poly.
I don't trust him.
You don't trust Dr. Kawashima?
He looks mischievous.
I think in the sequels he can turn into a devil version of himself.
See?
So
Baldi's basic.
yeah. So Baldi just jump scares you. Dr. Kawashima sometimes turns red. And I don't know what that does. I don't know if he now the math is gonna get really hard. Now the Sudoku will be less enjoyable, 'cause I'm a demon.
I see. I also just had a panic attack because I heard someone, what I thought was breaking into my room, but it was actually just my cats.
That was Dr. Kawashima.
Yeah. It's like
trying to get in, saying, you called my mischievous side. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Gonna make you do math forever in your head.
That was really scary.
Dang. Alright. Next up. Mario Super Sluggers.
Is this a game about guns?
No. It's a game about baseball. It's a baseball Mario game.
Ah, yes, that makes sense.
And I gotta say, I don't mean to poison the well. Probably one of, if not the best Mario sports game.
Okay.
That's saying something.
I mean,
'cause there's some good ones.
Yeah, you gotta keep the Mario gun game.
Yeah, Mario Super Snipers.
Yeah.
That
that game would do so well.
It'd be interesting. Fun little fact. Up until he was in a playable character in Smash Brothers Ultimate, that was the last appearance of King K. Rool in 2008. And when King K. Rool was like the arch enemy of Donkey Kong in the Donkey Kong Country games.
Ah.
His last major appearance was in 2008 in Mario Super Sluggers, and he didn't reappear for an entire decade when Smash Ultimate came out and he became a playable character.
Sounds like they forgot about him.
I don't know what they did. I think there's just some weird, silly political stuff that went on. Not like political as in like, what's your stance on abortion or something like that. But so Donkey Kong Country, obviously Nintendo owns Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
But Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo, the trilogy of games on the Super Nintendo, was developed by a company called Rareware. And every character that wasn't Donkey Kong, they made.
Okay.
So that includes Diddy Kong, that includes Cranky Kong, Funky Kong, Dixie Kong, and King K. Rool, who, like I said, is like the Bowser to Donkey Kong's Mario.
Yeah.
Around the time of the GameCube, Rareware was bought by Microsoft.
Oof.
So they stopped being like an unofficial second-party developer to Nintendo and just straight up became Microsoft.
Yeah.
And for a good while, there were a couple of console generations where Nintendo didn't know what to do with Donkey Kong Country. They kind of passed the franchise around to different developers, and they all had different ideas of where to go with it. And kind of shows there was like a period of time where like every Donkey Kong game was a spin-off, just like a puzzle game or something. Donkey Kong on the GameCube was exclusively just like rhythm games.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like a 2D platformer where everyone was a gorilla. Everyone was like they made up new Kongs and like got rid of like all the Kremlings or like the crocodile characters that King K. Rool leads. So like the bad guys were like Karate Kong and like Super Kong and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even it wasn't until Retro Studios got the Donkey Kong series that it went back to like Donkey Kong Country's roots of just like really difficult but really like visually state-of-the-art 2D platformers. But they also wanted to make their own villains, so they didn't bring back King K. Rool. The only reason King K. Rool is in Smash Brothers is because there was like so much fan uproar, like, please put him in, please. They were like, fine. So now they know people like him and want him to come back. They just haven't made any more Donkey Kong games in a while.
Good.
Anyway, yeah, good. I don't want them to.
Yeah.
Retro kind of has their hands tied right now because they're the people developing Metroid Prime 4, and they're very, very well known for making great games very slowly.
Sounds like, I was going to say Bethesda, but like, are the games really that great?
I think I'm not even like a Bethesda fanboy or anything, but I would generally say their games are pretty great. But they don't move as fast, or like, they probably move a bit faster than Retro does. I think in their like entire history, I might be able to count on one hand the amount of games they've made. Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Yes. I was correct. Yeah, they made the Prime trilogy and they made the Donkey Kong Country Returns games, and that might be it. But all three of those games are terrific. So, quality over quantity. Ew, Luigi's Mansion. Anyway, next game. Alright. Rhythm Heaven for the DS.
Sorry, I'm distracted by what is going on in the movie. Anyway,
They vacuum sealed Mac, and now he's possessing the Luigi's Mansion vacuum.
Yeah, because she was like doing 360s on the floor. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess the alien, you could tell that was a dummy, because her legs literally like folded on themselves.
Yeah. They didn't want to take a second take of that.
Yeah.
What was the game?
Rhythm Heaven for the DS.
No, that sounds lame.
Aspen. SMH. Rhythm Heaven's a great series. Rhythm Heaven's like developed by the people who made WarioWare. It's whenever I hear about rhythm games, I have like people talk about like they go to they like go to the Japanese arcade and they play whatever rhythm game, and I have to stop and be like, rhythm games are typically a lot more difficult than what I'm thinking of, because when I think rhythm game, I think Rhythm Heaven, and Rhythm Heaven is terrific. It's very good for people who don't want to play like some bullet hell rhythm based game like a typical rhythm game.
Yeah.
But the way that they do it, it's basically you're watching a scenario, like some goofy scenario, and you have to press like one or two buttons to the rhythm.
Okay.
And they do it's just so fun. One of like the best known mini games in Rhythm Heaven. It's for the one on the Wii, where you're a wrestler who just got done wrestling, and you're being interviewed by like a news reporter, and people are like taking pictures of you for like the newspapers and stuff, and you have to like answer the questions to the rhythm. And whenever like the tabloid people go pose for the fans, you have to press like a specific button and like flex and go ah! It's so fun. It's a great game. So no, I'm not selling it.
Dang.
I will say the one on DS is a bit harder because the DS touch screen is a lot less precise than pressing a button on a Wii remote. Speaking of which, Rhythm Heaven Fever I'm not selling either, which is the one for the Wii with the wrestling game I told you about.
Fine.
Let me just take a picture of this box art. You'll be like, holy crap, what a game. If I saw that in a store, I'd have to check it out because it looks wacky. And boy, does it look wacky. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold your horses. Don't let your horses out to graze.
That looks like the most Nintendo game I've ever seen.
It's so fun, though. Every Rhythm Heaven game is like a national treasure.
I like the little bird things.
Yeah, they got little bird things. There's like a cute little monkey who shows up in a bunch of the mini games. There's the wrestler guy in the corner there that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
He's flexing because he's a wrestler, and that's what they do.
Because he's strong.
Alright, let's do it one more Wii game. How about Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess?
Oh, gotta keep that one. That's the only one I've ever played.
I will say, Twilight Princess is also on the GameCube.
Nah, you gotta keep the Wii one, because that's the one I did.
Yeah, but maybe one day I'll sell it. So
yeah.
that I can get the GameCube one. I want to say the GameCube one, Link is left-handed. And in the Wii one, they like mirrored literally the entire game so that Link would be right-handed, because they wanted players, generally speaking, to hold the Wii remote in the same hand that Link held the Master Sword.
That makes sense.
It does, but I'm left-handed, so I think it. Yeah, I'm not like a big like I need representation kind of guy, but it would be neat, especially since I'm collecting for the GameCube anyway.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Once upon a time, Link was left-handed, and then they changed it because they wanted his hand to reflect the hand that the player uses, and most people use their right hand predominantly.
Yes, because it is the correct hand.
Yeah, whatever. Alright. Now this one's fun. This is Monster Hunter Tri, but specifically a demo disc. That is, it says, demo disc not for resale. Somehow I got my hands on it. I don't even know where it came from.
Oh,
I
that's
just got it one day.
That's special.
It is. It's special, but I don't play Monster Hunter, so I've just had it. Just here. It's just been here.
And then here it shall stay.
Okay, fine. Now, ooh, okay. While we're talking about the weird not in boxes Wii games, the last one is Link's crossbow training.
A whole game for that?
Yeah. It was... So there's a thing called the Wii Zapper, which was a weirdly shaped white, vaguely gun-like thing that you could get as like an add-on for the Nintendo Wii controller. And to kind of sell it, you know, like, there has to be a reason they're making it. They made a game called Link's Crossbow Training, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's Link from Zelda learning how to shoot a crossbow.
Do you own the Wii gun remote?
Let me see. There goes my controller. It might be in here. Up.
Oh.
Here it is. I found it.
Then you gotta keep it.
Okay. I never play it, though.
Then you gotta sell.
Yeah, I could probably sell it with the Wii Zapper.
Yeah.
You know?
The Wii gun.
Yeah, it was like a fun novelty. I'm pretty sure Nintendo wanted to make like a sequel to Twilight Princess, and Miyamoto was like, no, do the weird gun game. And they're like, all right, fine. Miyamoto's a weird man. I'll be the first one to say it. He's strange. He makes some great games, but he makes some weird decisions too. So that's the guy who made Mario. He also made Zelda. So he has a little bit of sway within the company.
So
and
he's rich.
He's white. No, yeah, Shigeru Miyamoto's white. No, I would assume he is. I don't know. I don't know how much money an old Japanese man who made Mario. I don't know how much money you make in that situation because there's only one person. But no, like, yeah, like they were considering making a Twilight Princess sequel, and he was like, "I've got a better idea. How about a spin-off no one plays?" And what are they going to do? No. Obviously not, because they ended up doing his dumb idea.
Yeah.
He also, in Donkey Kong Country Returns, he's the reason that one of the controls is to violently shake the Wii remote.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be a perfectly serviceable 2D platformer, and it still is, but if you want to pound on the ground with your gorilla arms, you have to violently shake the Wii remote. And he was the reason behind that. He was like, this game looks good, but you know what this really needs is motion controls. It doesn't need it, but I want it, so do it. And they were just like, okay.
I mean, sounds good to me.
Yeah. He also was almost 2, 3, 4, whatever. Hold on. Hello? Okay. He's driving now. Splatoon he suggested that they make Splatoon a Mario spin-off game.
Okay.
And I'm glad they didn't, because a big part of Splatoon is the world that they've built, and Mario is not known for that. It is known for being very formulaic and basic. So, but yeah, Miyamoto's kind of a silly goober sometimes. So he's the reason that this game exists, as opposed to Twilight Princess 2.
Dusk Princess.
I mean, it could have been. He probably looked at how well Breath of the Wild was doing. It was like, you know what this needs? Link's crossbow training too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if in like a decade we find out Tears of the Kingdom almost didn't exist.
For Link's crossbow training too.
Yeah, he was like, I'm just saying, guys, just imagine a sequel to Link's crossbow training, but in the Breath of the Wild world.
Yeah, with new graphics.
New graphics. Everyone knows Nintendo cares about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I might sell Link's crossbow training with the zapper thing. And put it over here. New stack on the floor that I dropped. Okay. Chibi Robo Park Patrol. Only at Walmart.
You gotta keep it because it's only at Walmart.
And that's not a joke. Hold on. It actually says on the box only at Walmart. And I hate it so much. It's probably one of the reasons that not many people played it. Because, you know, who goes to Walmart for their video games?
Yeah, who goes to Walmart? Well, I will say, I remember buying most of The Sims 3 at Walmart, but...
You bought most of the one game?
No, like the expansion packs.
Oh. I bought 75% of this game, and then I went to Target for the rest of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that game, you gotta keep that game. That one's special.
It's not as special as the GameCube Chibi Robo, but it's fine.
It's only at Walmart. You gotta keep it.
Well, then it should be pretty easy to get, because Walmart, there's like 3 of them in like the 20-mile radius I live in. Alright. Well, I say pick up the pace, but how much more of this movie do... Hey, we're not even halfway through. So we'll keep the pace normal. Wii Fit Plus.
No.
Why?
Because Wii Fit minus is better.
Oh, so this the... What you're saying is I should sell this, but go get base Wii Fit instead.
Yes.
Okay. I will say Wii Fit, in general, Plus included, is... I know that it's like when people think of it, they probably think of their grandmother playing the Wii for 5 minutes and getting bored.
Yeah.
It's great. It's fun. There's a reason I still have my balance board. There it is back there. I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it right now.
I'm looking at it. No, Wii Fit Plus added this game where you're running through an obstacle course, and it feels like you're like living a Mario Brothers level. Also, Woohoo Island, the big island the Mii's live on, that's from Wii Fit. You have Wii Fit to thank for that.
I didn't know the Mii's were like actual like fantasy characters in the game. I thought they were just your avatars.
Well, they are, but there's like a location that has become synonymous with the Mii's. It's not like Mii's are from a mythical land called Woohoo Island. It's just like the setting of Wii Fit, and it became such a popular location because it's a very fleshed out area. Like a bunch of the different mini games take place in different parts of the island. If you like do the game where you just go for a jog, you're running around the island. So, and it's a very fleshed out location. And it's also like the setting of Wii Sports Resort. In Mario Kart 7, there are a few tracks where you race around it. In Mario Kart Wii, one of the battle arenas is like the town, I guess, outdoor lobby, I guess, of Woohoo Island. So it just became like a very popular Nintendo locale, if that makes any sense.
The OG locale.
Yeah, Mario has the Mushroom Kingdom, Zelda has Hyrule, the Wii games had Woohoo Island. That's what I mean by that, not like Mii's are born on like a special island or something. While we're talking about Mii's and islands...
Yes.
Let's talk about the next game, Tomodachi Life.
Now that I've heard of, and that is a classic.
It absolutely is. I wish it was on the Switch.
I wish it was on the Switch.
I wish it was on the Switch. I wish it was on the Switch, but it's not.
And it never will be.
It's on the 3D. At this point, I don't know. I will say they ported Miitopia to the Switch, and that was also a 3DS game. So who knows? Yeah, Tomodachi Life is like... It's like an ant farm for Mii's. You like have this big apartment complex, and you put Mii's in it, and they just kind of interact with each other. they'll tell you that they're hungry, and so you try to give them food, and if they like the food, they'll do something crazy like their face will blast off into space because they love it so much, or, whatever. And you kind of watch them just, like, bicker with each other and, like, fall in love and stuff like that. It's such a unique, goofy little game. And honestly, I miss stuff like this. That's why I'm happy Miitopia is on the Switch, because Miitopia is like Tomodachi Life, but the Mii Maker is insane. There's reasons that, like, I did entire streams just making Miis, because you can just, like, straight up make Garfield. You don't have to, like, move the nose and the eyes and just hope it kind of looks like him. You can just straight up make him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot like Tomodachi Life, but it's like an RPG setting instead of just like a life sim like Tomodachi Life is. But there still are those elements in it. So yeah, I'm keeping Tomodachi Life. I'm not getting rid of that. Alright. Pokemon Omega Ruby.
Sounds basic.
It is a remake of a very popular generation of Pokemon games, but they took one of the features of those Pokemon games out. In the post game of Ruby and Sapphire, there's a thing called, I think, like the Battle Tower, which is just kind of like a tournament mode where you can just like fight NPCs just nonstop. And they don't have it in this, which is kind of stupid, I will say. If you already consider whatchamacallit, Pokemon Y sold, Omega Ruby's like the last mainline Pokemon game I have left.
Sell it.
Okay. Alright. Wario Land Shake It.
Well, that sounds like Wario, which is a must keep.
Mm-hmm. You're correct. It is Wario. That's why his name is in the title.
Yeah.
And a little fun fact about this, because this is also just a fun fact stream. Fun fact about Nintendo game stream. Wario Land Shake It. All of the animations were like hand drawn.
Okay.
So it has a very artsy style to it. It looks pretty cool. It's a little slower paced than other Wario Land games, but it's a Wario game. It's awesome. Wario's probably one of the best, if not the best, Nintendo character ever. Don't at me.
I have nothing to say against it. I have no evidence.
Well, you should play a Wario game.
No.
And you'll be like, oh.
You should.
Ew.
I don't know if you're saying that to the voice or the hand or both.
Both.
Well, please stop touching kids' drinks.
That kid looks like a real person that they just like stole that from.
That kid looks like a real person.
No, like not an actor, you know?
It's really insane how they went all out with the animatronics, except for the main character one. They made those kids look real.
I know, it's incredible. I hope the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is as realistic.
I will say, I really hate how, like, the Mac and Me eyes are bugging out of that teddy bear. It looks like his eyes are melting out of the teddy bear.
It's because they put a real kid in there, but they had to have the fake eyes still, but they just didn't really care about how the fake eyes were connected.
They're like, just tape the eyes to that child's face where the eye holes will be.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I forgot about the We Love McDonald's dancing scene.
Yeah. They have to work off all those pounds they just gained from eating Big Macs and McNuggets. Hi, we're McDonald's corporate, and we love that this is happening. We will not stop it.
I think I said this the first time we watched it, but those chairs, those authentic McDonald's chairs throw me back. Because they had those when I was a kid.
Dude, honestly, when I move out and I have my own home, I want chairs like that. That'd be so cool to have.
They also kind of look like hospital chairs, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever. You know, it's not. It wouldn't be a hospital, so you know it's okay if it looks like a hospital chair.
Yeah.
It's just a funny looking house chair. She's dressed like a minion.
She is the first minion.
She says,
Whoa!
Does this McFlurry have banana?
Banana.
And then the kid does this and she goes,
This is just too
wow.
much.
Da,
Like, that's
I
a
love
grown
you.
man now.
I love apple pie when it's shaped like a rectangle.
I remember when I was a kid, I'd get the apple pie and I'd take all the apple pie chunks out because I really did not like textures like that. So
I just want the syrup, the thick
Yeah,
syrup.
the
I don't
thick-
want actual fruit.
the thick, which is weird because I liked apples. I don't know why I didn't like them caramelized though. But yeah,
That's
the
interesting.
cinnamon syrup, and I basically just wanted the crust. The crust was the best part.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty good. Everybody cut foot loose.
I love
I hope
pastry.
you don't want ice cream because the machine's broken again. What do you know?
Actually, the last time I went to McDonald's, they actually had ice cream and the machine was working, and it was so
Do y'all
good.
have ice cream? Yes, we do. Whoa, what?
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
God. Anyway, now that this scene is beginning to wrap up, I don't know why they're still dancing into the forest, but why are they so excited? It's freaking McDonald's. Anyway,
Yeah. Here we go again.
back down and down off the cliff into the river. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption.
Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. It's a Metroid game, so I feel like you have to keep it.
You're right. All right. Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
I think that's also a classic. It sounds familiar.
You're right, it is. I know a lot of
Booyah.
people say it's the worst one, and they're wrong, because while the game, like the main gameplay, you know, the Smash Brothers fighty
Mhm.
aspect, while it's a little wonky in Brawl, there's so much like extra content in Brawl that's just so fun that I could never say it's the worst Smash Brothers. You want my opinion on the worst Smash Brothers? Wii U. Because nothing about it stands out.
Dang.
Yeah. Also, they didn't add very many cool characters in that game. They added Little Mac from Punch-Out. Bowser Jr. is pretty cool. Duck Hunt is pretty cool. And I guess Cloud from Final Fantasy VII is neat, but I'm not a big non-Nintendo character and Smash Brothers guy, so I don't really care. Well, it's pretty cool that they brought Mewtwo back, because Mewtwo wasn't in Brawl, but that's not a new character.
Mewtwo!
Mew 3. When are they going to put Mew 3 in Smash? Anyway, spoilers. I'm going to sell Super Paper Mario, not because it's a bad game. One, it's not as good as Thousand Year Door, but it's in like one of those crappy GameStop boxes.
Ugh.
So, kind of the reason that I'm getting rid of Punch-Out. Just like at some point, I can probably buy it in a better box if I really want to.
Yeah, instead of the used nameless box.
Yeah, it just says pre-owned, and then in like boring font, it says Super Paper Mario -Wii-. And
Two hyphens.
Paper Mario, yeah, it's got 2 hyphens. It's okay. It's pretty cool. It's pretty epic. But I'm selling it. We got a lot of Wii games. Well, not a lot, but Wii games are the ones we have the most of. All right, let's start going in alphabetical order, okay?
Okay.
Which means I'm flipping this stack upside down. Animal Crossing City Folk.
I think you have to keep Animal Crossing.
Is that a question or a statement?
Yes.
I will say City Folk isn't the best game in the series, but it's still Animal Crossing. I still love Animal Crossing so much.
Okay.
Animal Crossing is great. I've been playing it since the OG. I think I said that on the last episode.
I think you did, yeah.
Well, I just gotta reiterate. I've been playing since the OG.
And you gotta tell everyone that you're a hipster. Well, I get it.
Yeah, listen. Y'all building your islands. Y'all customizing the villagers. Y'all getting your Nook Mile tickets. I've been around since the days where every boy had a Viking hat, every girl had a Rapunzel hat, and the animals actually called you like an idiot if they didn't like you.
Stupid.
Yeah, that probably happened. I think one of them said that at one point that I was the mental runt of the litter of my family or something like that.
That's like a Skyrim insult.
Seems like someone is the mental runt of the family.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's Oblivion, sorry.
It's all the same.
It's all the same, except it's not, because Skyrim probably has more than one male voice actor for all the NPCs.
It depends on the race of the character, but yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I pressed 10. Do it again. All right, here we go. All right, another code R, a journey into lost memories.
What does the R stand for?
I don't know.
Trash. Or
I'm
you
actually-
keep it and play it until you find out what the R stands for.
Excuse me. Probably sound like I was about to throw up.
That was a chunky one.
Yeah. I did one of those dog burps where they go like afterwards.
Oh no! It's no good.
So, a little backstory. This game is a little bit like Tingle's Balloon Fight. I did not acquire it at the store. I acquired it from eBay. It is not a game that came out here. In a little bit, we'll talk about a DS game called Trace Memory. It's a fun visual novel. Spoilers, I ain't gonna sell it. But it got a sequel that never came out here, but it did come out in Europe, which means there's an English translation, but they just spell, like, color wrong, you know? Don't at me. And that game is called Another Code R, A Journey into Lost Memories. And I bought it because I'm such a big Trace Memory fan that I wanted the sequel, even if I couldn't play it on my Wii. In hopes that one day I could at least get like a jailbroken Wii where, you know, I can play it because the region lock is taken off. It says, read and solve like a mystery novel. I remember watching a playthrough of this game, and I was like, dude, this game looks so fun. I mean, about as fun as a visual novel can look. Alright. Next Wii game. Big Brain Academy Wii degree.
Another one?
This isn't Brain Age. Believe it or not, it's a completely different series. And it also handles itself differently.
Keep.
Yeah. Big Brain Academy's epic. I got the one on the Switch where they, like, turn it into, like, a thing where you can actually challenge people online and see who's smarter and stuff. Like, who's gonna solve the puzzle first? And if you do, you get more points. It's pretty fun. I like it. I haven't played a lot of Big Brain Academy Wii degree. Ooh! Excitebots Trick Racing.
Well, judging by your reaction, that sounds like garbage.
Ooh! Destroy it!
Yeah.
Yeah, Excitebots is awesome. I always tell people that, like, a hidden gem on the Wii is Excitebots. It's just so goofy. It just leans into, like, that silly motion control thing the Wii had going on. It's like, we know it's stupid. We know it's not particularly, you know, precise. It's incredibly janky. But it's fun. You get to drive robot vehicles that look like animals. So yeah, I'm keeping Excitebots. I ain't getting rid of that. Now, Excite Truck.
Just one truck?
Yeah. Yeah, just one. Excite Bots is the sequel, and they got wise and were like, oh, it's not as fun if you only have one vehicle
Yeah.
per race. Now, Excite Truck is fun. It's the game that came before Excite Bots. Excite Truck it was like a launch title for the Wii. And you can tell it was in that period where Nintendo was dabbling with more realistic graphics. But then there was like a period midway through the Wii's life cycle. They were like, oh, this is a standard definition console, and all of this is going to look dated eventually. But that being said, it still has very similar gameplay to Excitebot. So regardless of the dated graphics, it's still fun. And also, I can't find the disc, so I'm going to keep it.
Perfect.
I'd say so. All right. Kirby's Dream Collection Special Edition.
It's a special edition, so it sounds like you gotta keep it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it. Don't worry. Yeah, this was a thing that came out for the Wii to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Kirby series. It's a game that has the first 6 Kirby games on it.
Wow.
And like extra challenge levels in the graphical style of Kirby's Return to Dreamland, which had come out recently. And I think it has like 2 episodes of the Kirby TV show on it. And it also comes with a soundtrack that I have in my car. So, yes, I'm keeping that.
Good.
Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Is it actually called that?
Yeah. Kirby's Epic Yarn.
That sounds lame.
The music's great, but honestly, it was made by the people who made the Wario Land game, where like everything is like animated. Or what have you.
Yeah.
It is very pretty. They have good feel, are the people that develop this game. They have a habit of making platformers where the draw or the claim to fame is the visual style. And it's cute. But
that's about it.
Yeah, it's cute, the music's good, but it's sellable. I don't really collect Kirby games anymore, and if I do, it came out a few years ago on the 3DS, so I can just get it there. Alright. Do I have it in here? Okay. Pokemon Battle Revolution.
That sounds epic.
It kind of is. I'm not gonna lie. This isn't a mainline Pokemon game. This was back before mainline Pokemon games had 3D like models. It was just like sprites, like back in the day. There was like an entire spin-off series where the entire gimmick was you can transfer your Pokemon from the main games onto a home console game that had 3D models. So it was like, whoa, for the first time ever, I can see my beloved Pokemon in 3D.
Huh.
And, Battle Revolution was the last game in that series. There was Stadium and Stadium 2 for the Nintendo 64. And then there was Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness for the GameCube. And then there was Battle Revolution for the Wii. But then, when the 3DS rolled around, Pokemon X and Y's claim to fame was this is the first 3D Pokemon game. And at that point, they did away with the spin-off series, which funnily enough had like a story to it. So like the games had like actual stories and stuff. I know Coliseum and XD do at least. And I'm pretty sure Battle Revolution does too. And the people who developed those games, it wasn't Game Freak. It was a company called Genius Sonority, and they're very good at what they do. They actually helped Game Freak make the 3D models that Game Freak still uses to this day for the mainline Pokemon games. Probably wouldn't have even finished in time if it wasn't for them. But now they like get delegated to making mobile phone games by Pokemon.
Boo! Mobile.
Yeah, which is cringe. So yeah, I'll sell Battle
Cringe.
Revolution. Maybe someday I'll get Pokemon Coliseum, which is one of the There are a couple of Pokemon games on the GameCube. I have 2 of them. I think I need 1 more, and it's Colosseum, but that costs like hundreds of dollars. I think I've seen it for like 150 on like certain like Facebook page listings, but that's still a pretty penny for a game.
Yeah.
Okay. Next game. Silent Hill Shattered Memories.
Now that sounds fun.
I wouldn't know. I haven't played it. That was the other Wii game I was gonna play on stream, and then I didn't because I don't stream anymore.
R.I.P. streaming career.
Yeah, if only there were a way to revitalize it, like streaming more
Yeah.
or at all. But I don't want to. That's the reason. That's the point.
Yup.
Yeah, it seems fun, but it also seems like a game that could give me some in-store credit for a game I actually would play.
Yeah. I mean,
So
if you haven't played it, gone.
Bye, Silent Hill. I will say, at my local game store, I was telling you, there's a copy of Eternal Darkness there, so if I really want a horror game for a console that I do regularly play, I'd just get Eternal Darkness. Alright, the last Wii game. Sin and Punishment Star Successor.
Sin and Punishment?
Sin and Punishment!
That sounds epic.
It does. And it looks epic, but it's like an on-rail shooter thing, which isn't bad. It is fun. I hate the way the dad looks.
I know, he looks...
He's like a weird man, like...
Like, why are his eyes so wide open? It's very scary.
He has, like, human proportions, but doesn't, like, facially and otherwise. He's just like a weird man.
Yeah, it's gross.
Like Mr. Mime.
Yes. And I hate Mr. Mime. Yeah.
Oh.
I hate Max crying. It looks so nasty.
It looks like it just woke up.
Yeah, and he's got like eye boogers all over him.
Yeah, he's got eye crust. He just refuses to wipe off.
Yeah. Character development.
By Act 3, he refuses to wipe the eye boogers. Classic cinematic character.
Oh, I don't know why that reminded me, but I saw the new Spider-Verse movie today.
And there's a part where they go...
Yeah.
How was it?
It was really good.
Oh?
I recommend...
Was it better than this?
No.
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, I thought so.
There's no way, yeah.
Do they have a part where Miles Morales' dad goes and then flips someone off and steals a Sprite?
Close.
He goes, "Hey, Miles."
Yeah, to his own
Dad.
son.
Give me your Sprite, boy. So what do I do with Sin and Punishment?
Sorry, I'm looking for M&Ms in my trail mix.
Okay. I'm looking for M&Ms in my coffee and I can't find any.
Sin and Punishment. You gotta get rid of it.
More like Pin and Sunishment. More like Penn and Teller. Star Successor.
There you go.
At the end, they go, "I love you, dog!" Alright. Should we do 3DS or DS games next?
3DS.
Alright. Flip upside down. Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Yes, because Animal Crossing.
Alright. I'll say New Leaf's pretty good. That's also the game that has Isabelle in it.
Oh, wait, I think
And
the scene's coming up soon.
Yeah, it is. They're going to the gas station.
We can't miss it.
I'm watching. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, here they go.
My
Here are the
breath
girls.
is bated.
Here are the victims.
Hey.
She's like, right on, dude.
Hello, ugly family. No problem. I won't judge that you're ugly as sin.
As Sin and Punishment.
A Sin and Punishment Star Successor. Hey! Good choice in soda.
Literally, why? I don't get it. It's so bizarre. Yeah, instant replay, please.
Yeah, instant rate. What you just said.
Why? It's a kid movie. It's bad.
It's so blinking you'll miss it. He's like in the middle of... He just held that finger up the whole time.
Yeah,
And then they said action. And he went, oh, whoops.
I basically missed it the first time, too.
Classic kids movie content. Alright, Kid Icarus Uprising.
That sounds religious.
It's not. Do you consider Greek mythology religious?
At one point in time, I guess it was.
Yeah, I mean, in the modern age.
I don't know. I haven't been to Greece, so I don't know what they're doing over there.
Yeah, maybe they're still at it. They're still like, we swear that the characters that we made up and we know that are our gods.
Why is he walking with that watermelon?
You want a watermelon? Don't make me flip you off, boy.
You'll die.
I will say Kid Icarus Uprising was like my favorite game ever for a little bit in high school. But the controls for a left-handed person are unforgivingly stupid.
How so?
Okay, so imagine a 3DS, which if you don't know what that is, imagine a DS.
Yep.
Your left hand holds the L trigger.
Yeah.
Your thumb on the left hand, instead of a D-pad, they had like this little joystick thing on the 3DS. And that's where you put your thumb. And the way that so the L is how you attack. The control stick is how you move the character. And the way that you rotate the camera is in your right hand, you hold the stylus and you flick the screen in the direction you want it to go.
That's stupid.
Which basically means you're holding the console with one hand, and that hand is also pressing the buttons. And the other hand just kind of floats. And you just... It's stupid for right-handed people too, but it's like so impossible for left-handed people that they packaged the game with a stand that you put the 3DS on so that you can just put it on the table and play it without holding the console.
They couldn't just change the controls.
Nope.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a great game. But it is funny, as someone who's very biased towards it. It's a silly thing.
Oh, he's blasting them. Oh, this is the best part of the movie.
I love the part when once the dad steals some soda and flips someone off, that you can tell that he's like superimposed there.
Yeah, because the camera's moving, but he's not.
He's just like this dead silhouette just hovering above the explosion.
She was really, really trying to cry. That looked Jeez!
Someone stepped on my toe. Alright, you can come out now that your brother is dead.
The only thing I would accept is if the entire front of his body was gust, because he just witnessed an explosion. Come on.
Yeah. He witnessed it. It burned his eyes, not because he was so close, but because he saw it happen.
Yeah.
Thank God the local lawyer's on the scene.
Saul Goodman.
Give the boy mouth to mouth. Yeah. Everybody out of the way. I'll give him mouth to mouth.
No, Saul, please.
Saul Goodman.
I would cry if Saul Goodman was giving me mouth to mouth, because that would be
if
horrible.
I woke up and my lips were connected to Saul Goodman.
It would be a bad day for me.
He would, not only would I be distressed, but he would be distressed, so much so that he'd go and do a Chicago sunroof at somebody.
Hopefully not my car.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't drill a hole in the top of my car so he can poop in it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
Alright, Kid Icarus Uprising, I think I might sell it. I just gotta find like so much stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta find the box that the case was packaged in, and I gotta find the stand. But I'll
Yeah.
probably sell it.
A whole
Alright.
set.
Yeah, I gotta find the whole set. Alright, this one is kinda... The name will be a giveaway, what I'm gonna do with it. Metroid Samus Returns.
Garbage.
You're right. Sell it. No!
Psych!
I'm gonna keep it! Gotcha! You were so fooled.
I've been bamboozled.
Mm-hmm. I just spilled coffee on my shirt. Alright, last 3DS game. Yokai Watch 3.
I think you've mentioned that one before.
I have.
So, probably a keep.
You're right. This is what Pokemon wishes it was.
Oh, no.
It's the same genre, but fun. I would actually recommend it to people. Too bad they don't make them anymore.
Boo.
Yeah, just everyone listening. Go, if you have a 3DS, go get Yokai Watch 3. If you don't, go get a 3DS and then go get Yokai Watch 3. Alright, last but not least, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 DS games.
Okay. We have about 5 minutes to get through them. Let's go.
All right.
Speed round.
Do we? Yeah, we got 10 minutes.
I don't know how
All
long
right.
the credits are, but...
Well, yeah, we can, we usually sit through a decent bit of the credits, if not the whole thing. Alright,
That's
Hotel
true.
Dusk.
Sell.
No. I love Hotel Dusk.
It sounds... it sounds like a tycoon game, so that could be fun.
It's a visual novel mystery game.
Oh. That is also
Where-
an option.
Yeah. It's cool. I've also talked about that one. I thought maybe... whatever. Alright, Kirby Squeak Squad.
Keep?
You're correct.
Now I'm just
I'm
trying to guess your
what I
answer.
want to do.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a part of the fun too. It's just what do you think I'm gonna do? How volatilely am I going to respond if I end up wanting to keep something you want to sell?
Yeah.
Kirby Superstar Ultra.
That sounds like a sell.
You're wrong.
Ugh.
Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
That sounds like a sell.
It kind of is. I'm a little torn because this was a game that my little brother got, and I just kind of inherited it because unlike him, I kind of give a flip about Nintendo games. But I haven't played it in forever. Even whenever he was playing it, I was playing it for him because he was so young. So it's kind of my game. But it's another one of those games, if I really want it that badly, they remade it for the 3DS a few years ago. So yeah, I'll still. Trace Memory.
Keep. You mentioned that, right?
Good job!
Yeah. Woo! Woo!
The legendary Starfy.
Trash.
How dare you! Legend. That game is a classic. I love Starfy.
If it's
I
such a
wish he was
classic,
playable.
why haven't I heard of it?
Because it's a hidden gem.
Oh, sure.
You know what? That's actually the 5th game in the series, but it's the only one that came out in America.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that.
They're the 5th one. We've perfected it for the Americans. Ship it out.
Yeah, they were like, we've sold a decent amount in Japan. Let's see if Americans like it. And I think their takeaway was, I don't think anyone likes it. Even though I love Starfy. Starfy is so cute. It's so fun. I think a lot of people just looked at it and were like, that's like a ripoff of Kirby. But it's not. Alright, this one. Last but certainly not least. I know I said if we sell Omega Ruby, that would be the last mainline Pokemon game I have. I was wrong.
Ooh.
I have... And this... Oh, I don't play it, but holy crap, I'm probably... This is Pokemon Heart Gold for the DS. And let me just take a picture of this beauty.
So sell.
I could probably get whatever GameCube game I want from the game store if I did sell this. But I don't think I would. I'll be honest. Heart Gold was like back when Pokemon games were still good. It comes in this really cool box with like texture, and it also came with like a Pokemon themed pedometer.
Okay.
So you could like from your DS you could transfer your favorite Pokemon or a Pokemon that you want to train up onto the Pokewalker is what it was called. And you put the Pokewalker on your belt or whatever, and you go for a walk. And not only are you leveling up the Pokemon on the Pokewalker, but you're also potentially catching other Pokemon. And then you come back to your DS whenever you want. Your Pokemon's leveled up. Every once in a while, you catch like a new Pokemon. It is so cool, and they did Gold and Silver justice. I gotta tell you, I didn't really play Gold and Silver growing up, but I hear a lot that this is like one of the best. This is one of the best Pokemon games.
Yeah, it sounds like the Pokemon Go before Pokemon Go, and also their way of
exactly.
like, Americans need to walk more.
Well, Japan had it too.
Americans need to walk.
Japan needs to walk more.
Yes.
They're so well known for their being unhealthy.
Yeah, I know.
What with all that rice and vegetables and seafood and chicken that they eat.
Yeah. Wagyu!
Yeah, they eat so much daggum Wagyu. So much.
Everyone's poor because it's very expensive.
They eat so much Wagyu that they're offing themselves because they just got so much of it.
Yeah.
All this Wagyu. I've got to kill myself.
It's too much. I can't eat anymore.
This utopia I live in is too much.
I only eat beef. My intestines are dying.
My arteries are so clogged from all the deliciously marbled fatty beef. No, anyway, that's all the games. Perfect, because he pops the balloon and it goes, "We'll be back," or whatever.
In the next episode of Mac and Me.
They drive so fast on the interstate that they get in a massive, horrible crash and don't survive.
Oh, man.
So what did you think of Mac and Me?
Honestly, better the second time.
Yeah. I really liked the part where we talked about the games I could sell. That was fun.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
I like the part where he flips the girl off because he stole the Sprite.
Yeah, that was also very good. And I hate all the squiggly things.
The squiggly thing?
Yeah, when they make the little rubber boys all long and weird.
Oh, the Rubber Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rubber Boys and Me is the name of this movie.
Should be.
I wish I could meet the person who designed those creatures. Not to like beat them up or anything, just to talk. Just to pick their brain. Just to pick their brain with an ice pick.
Yikes.
Like as like a surgical thing, just to see like what's wrong with them. Not
medically.
Like, yeah, I am a doctor of love. I'm the love monkey.
Huh? What is going on?
For a second, I thought he was the love doctor, but it's the love monkey that I'm thinking of. What you need is a little help from the love doctor. He doesn't say that. Anyway, we should watch Dinosaur at some point.
Okay.
Anyway, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 games to sell.
Nice. Cha-ching.
Hopefully next week, well, I don't know if I'll take these games to the game store by the next time we record, but hopefully next week or the week after, I am like, look at all these GameCube games I got. Because I didn't even talk about the GameCube games I've been getting at all. I've just been basically listing game names all day. All video.
All day.
All day. I went to church and they were like, "Ooh, boo, stop, I'm trying to preach." And I was just like, "Legendary Starfy, Wario Land. Wario
Tickle
Land
Me
2.
Pink or whatever that guy's name is.
Tickle Me Pink, Tingle's balloon fight."
Yeah.
Tickle Me Pink. That's my favorite one. That's
Yes.
my favorite game. Tickle Me Pink for the Nintendo DS. No. But yeah, next time I'll talk about GameCube games. Maybe I'll go tomorrow, just because I'm assuming Tuesday we'll be recording. I don't know why we wouldn't.
Yes.
Okay.
It should be fine. Are we still recording? Have we said bye yet?
No. Bye.
I've spaced out. Bye!